Show dogs. Easily the worst movie of this year so far. You're lucky, Rampage. You got lucky this time. You got lucky. Because Show Dogs managed to top you to be in the worst movie of this year. Okay. This movie came out 2 weeks ago. And now you might be thinking, okay, why the frick I did this to myself? Why did I do this to myself? Why did I want to watch this movie? I'll tell you why. Because today is Memorial Day. Memorial Day is the time in which we remember the soldiers who sacrificed their lives going into the front lines for the security of their country or the world. Even though I have my issues with patriotism and all that stuff, but I do have to admire their conviction. What does it have to do with it? Because going to this movie, it made me feel that it is my patriotic duty to go there and see and warn everyone why no one should see this kind of movies and why we should avoid these kind of people. I felt like a soldier who went into the front lines and came back with post-traumatic syndrome. I almost came back out of this movie dumb. I hate these kind of movies. I hate this. And most of all, we should make a petition to have director, what was this asshole's name? Raja Gosnell. Raja Gosnell, you are a criminal. You should be arrested and sent to jail and let you rot. Because this guy, he is a criminal. A total criminal. A criminal of all that is good filmmaking. Intelligent filmmaking. Why they're still giving him job? Why they giving him that budget to create the movies? I mean, didn't we learn from Scooby-Doo? Didn't we learn from Smurfs? Didn't we learn from Home Alone 3 that this guy is not... He doesn't deserve to make movies. He doesn't deserve it. It's in your opinion. No! You can't! This guy is not making movies. He's making propaganda. He's making propaganda to turn people into brain molasses. I almost felt like I am gonna become one of the zombies from Return of the Living Dead, looking for brains. And I did this to myself. I'm not gonna go again why I did it. I love movies. I love watching movies. But sometimes you have to do the dirty work once in a while. Because every year you're gonna have to come out with a movie that it breaks you. Last year was the Emoji Movie. This time it's Show Dogs. And I went there knowing that I'm gonna think that it was gonna be bad because I saw the trailer. They put it on TV, even on my doctor's appointments, TV. Jeez, but I was surprised that they still give job to this asshole. So. This is gonna be one of those reviews that you're gonna see me really, really angry. I haven't been that angry since the Emoji Movie. And Rampage maybe was my last angry movie review. But I'll give it this at least on Rampage. At least on Rampage they have this kick-ass third act. even though the ending ruined everything. But Show Dog, no! I wanted to get out of this movie in the first minute! The first minute the movie started, I wanted out! I wanted to get out so badly! And I felt pity for all the people who were there. And the people who laughed, because they just want to have a good time. They're better movies. I mean, go watch Infinity Wars. Go watch Deadpool 2. What else is out there? I don't know. Maybe the Book Club. I don't know. I'm not interested in that kind of movie. I'm not kind of like the guy into soap opera dramas. But I bet that movie is better than that one. Hell, go watch Break In. Break In was boring, but at least it's not insulting. Okay, let's go. Why this movie is an aborted fetus? No offense to anyone with the abortion and everything, but that's the least. That's the thing that comes to my mind. Every single Tourette syndrome thing that you can come up with, how to want to describe this movie is valid. Is totally valid. No matter if this movie deserves, I don't know, the worst insult in the world or the worst death threat that it deserves. But someone who should become a criminal against humanity, like the Raja Gosnell, should deserve everything that bad that happens to him. Let's get started. So, first of all, apparently this so-called movie is supposed to be a family comedy film. And apparently the tone of the movie doesn't it feels like it wants to be like that, but sometimes it wants to become raunchy, but it doesn't know what tone it wants to be. I mean, I don't mind tone changes, but if you want to go with the tonal changes and all this stuff, go all out. Don't restrain yourself. I'll get to that just in case. And it has the stupid dog premise. And honestly, I hate dog movies. I despise dog movies most of the time because, first of all, the dog movie is really cliche, is totally unfair to other animals, and most of the time they are not well done because the movie, it feels like it glorifies a species and it feels kind of insulting in a way. Funny because when I saw the trailer of more about Hollywood kissing dogs' butt with this Axel movie with this robot dog, and also there is this, what was it called, Love Dog, something like that, something about this dog with this pink hat and all this stuff. And they always glorify like dog is the most wonderful thing in the world. Didn't we learn that in the emoji you can't glorify things a lot because or else you're gonna look stupid like the Emoji Movie did glorifying emojis? It's now 10 minutes and I haven't even started talking about the movies. You know what? Whatever. If it's gonna take me even an hour to rant about this movie, so be it. But I'll give it my best. So, if I'm gonna spoil it, whatever, doesn't care. The movie is about this Rottweiler dog called Max, and on the first instant, this dog is instantly unlikable because this dog, apparently, he's a New York police dog. Sorry about that, my throat. who apparently he just tries to, how can I say, he's an odds with this other police I don't know if he's a detective or a police or something like that, but he and apparently a cop named Frank, played by Will Arnett, they don't get along. They don't get along because, honestly, it's the dog's fault. The dog's fault is mostly at it because he can say that I'm a macho man and I don't need help from a human, and he even bites the guy's ass, almost risking the mission, because technically the whole movie is that they're cops and they just want to rescue this baby CGI panda from apparently what was it, those poacher sellers who they buy exotic animals or something like that. Okay, here's the thing. This baby panda it was so adorable that it was so disgusting. Again, it's so much eye candy because this is first of all, the CGI. The CGI is goddamn awful. Goddamn awful. It doesn't belong to a movie theater. You're gonna tell me that it belongs to straight to DVD? I wanna punch you because they should not belong anywhere else. If you can't make a good CGI, make an animated film. Animation, this is what we're here for. So, even the movie starts out with 3 pigeons that are the most annoying thing that you could ever imagine, because they talk like fanboys. They're always talking, always saying, oh, there's all these millennial lingo or 90s lingo thing I'm saying, and they always rant about themselves. I kind of feel bad about it, but in my mind I'm like, shut the fuck up. And this is not where it stops. The movie doesn't shut up. And the humans, the adult humans, they talk childish. They go like pratfalls. They act like pratfalls. And the first guy that they capture, he goes into who let the dog out. I'm becoming insane. Okay, I'm gonna continue on before this is gonna take even more longer. So technically, they fail on rescuing that baby panda, and apparently the chief of the New York Police Department, who he apparently let dogs in his office. He has his basset down there, and the other dogs, and yeah, they should talk about. This dog Max. He has. He's a good dog, but he has rage problems. If the dog has rage problems, they shouldn't be allowed in the New York Police Department. They shouldn't. They shouldn't do that. So apparently, because they interrogate this criminal who is again act like he's on a typical children's thing, and yeah. By the way, the dogs talk. Yeah, the movie has the talking dogs lingo that with terrible CGI to make them look like they can talk, and they talk between themselves. The Max guy, he kind of talked like a bad impersonator of Tequila from this obscure TV show Tequila and Bonetti, and he's an asshole. I can't address how much this dog is an asshole. Okay, if you wanna play this dog has human emotion, fine, let's play around. He's an asshole. He almost endangers the whole situation by being a rogue. He bites a cop He bites Will Arnett because he don't get along with the guy. And why? Because Will Arnett, he's actually acting like at least how is he was supposed to be. He complains about the dog, which is legitimate. He's legitimate that he bit him. But no! He's a good dog, but with anger issues. They interrogate this guy. And yeah, they make this Max guy think that, oh yeah, I know how to intimidate this guy because this Will Arnett guy, he is incompetent on his job. So let's make him look like the red dog with red eyes to intimidate him. So the thing is that they get information that the baby panda was transported for an illegal auction in Las Vegas, and they will do that during a show dog competition. And apparently, that gives them the police chief apparently gives them the excuse that, yeah, okay, Will Arnett, you feel, since you are a part of this mission, you're gonna go to that show dog competition, but you're gonna go undercover as one of the participants. You're gonna need a dog for this. And the Max dog, he apparently has this loud, bombastic, heroic music, saying that I can do it. Even though the Max dog feels that I promised that baby panda that I will rescue him. So proud. So proud of you, but here's the thing that I've been wondering. Isn't there a police procedure that a New York police cannot do missions, cannot do anything on another state unless there's something very important, or they're chasing someone that happened to be there. There is a police procedure over there. I don't know if poaching, this poaching thing is enough for sending a police for New York for an undercover mission in Las Vegas, Nevada. They should send someone from Las Vegas, Nevada. If I'm wrong, please correct me, but they'll never do that. So please correct me if I am wrong with these police procedurals about a New York police detective or whatever, agent, whatever, going to a mission undercover in Nevada. It's not like it was a secret mission or something like that. It didn't feel like very secretive as a mission. I mean, it's not like, for example, in Die Hard, in which we got John McClane being a New York police doing his duties in Los Angeles. But at least on Die Hard, John McClane had the excuse that he was there at least for vacations. But still, because he's still a cop, he has to go with his police procedures. But since something unexpected happened, this is why he had to do his job as a cop, even though he was from New York, because circumstances called him. So, if anyone knows if they did the correct police procedure in that movie, yeah, correct me, please. So, they go to Las Vegas, Nevada. These two get along like monkeys and dogs, because apparently Will Arnett doesn't like Max, but it's mostly Max's fault because he's like, I work with no one, I'm a solo man or something like that. And apparently they go out of their way, and apparently this is a world in which apparently they like to dogs and humans they can go into separate ways, and when they find each other, it's like, hey, how's it going? And apparently this is one of the biggest cliches that these kind of movies have, in which the dog talks, and even though we kind of know that humans and dogs don't understand each other, they kind of act like they understand each other. So yeah, they get so Will Arnett, he enlists for the competition with this Max, with a Rottweiler, with, for me, begs the question if it's possible for a Rottweiler to become a dog, because Rottweilers are not the cutest dogs, especially for a competition like that. And apparently Max recruits this small dog who had this French accent. Now, what was the name of that guy? It was Felipe, played by Stanley Tucci. Felipe, I kind of understand. Felipe, he had this French accent. He's the small dog who apparently he's gonna be like his mentor for the whole movie about show dog business. And well, apparently the also, how can I say, this Max guy, he's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do this because it's still my job, but still, show dog is kind of not my business. I think show dogs are stupid or something like that. Something like that. So they go to this opening ceremony. They meet some of the other dogs. Even there's this pug dog who, I don't know who voiced the guy. I'm not gonna bother it because I forgot the name of that dog. But he's a pug dog that apparently he kind of sounds like, I think he sounded like Chris Rock, but he's kind of like what we'll get when you mix Chris Rock with Chris Tucker, but in the most annoying things. And God, these guys are useless. Even the Philippe guy is totally useless. He's kind of serving like the mentor guy, but everything is going so high speed that I felt dumber and dumber. Honestly, I was trying to get, that movie felt like something evil in me. Because during the whole movie, I was just hating myself. Just trying to get out of the whole, I don't know, how can I say? It was trying to break free from something malevolent, mental, how can I say, evil plan. That's how I was cringing during the whole movie. So what else do we got? Then we got this woman who, surprise, she's gonna become kind of like the love interest of Will Arnett. And there's also this dog, also who is kind of like a love interest for Max. And yeah, apparently there is this supposed past of Philippe with another guy. And for some reason, they kind of, the previous owner and the Philippe dog, they kind of act like human beings, because for some reason, when they finally meet each other, the owner's like, Philippe, is that you? There are many dogs like him. How do you know this is that same dog? Jeez. Most of the movie I just kept wriggling and pacing out and seeing all those. I just went with the movie. I just went along with the movie with really lame jokes that you even can find it in the trailer. It's something that I don't feel like it's kind of worth talking about, except for some areas, especially the trailer shot in which the woman who apparently will become Will Arnett's girlfriend, for a better words that I can imagine. There is this image in which, yeah, it tried to groom him and all this stuff, and apparently he also has to grab his dick. And that was the money shot for the trailer, because The stupid people, they laugh. They laugh. Okay, maybe this would have been funny if the CGI wasn't that terrible. Really, really terrible CGI. Oh, and when you might be thinking, okay, then what about the baby panda? Well, the baby panda apparently is in a small room inside the dog show. And the baby panda is being guarded by the tropiest fat guy, fat guy that you could imagine. And like always, they act like they are in a cartoon, which I'll get to that why I hate this kind of thing. But anyway, the thing is that Max and Will Arnett, they don't get along. But mostly it's the Max character who doesn't cooperate with Will Arnett. At least I'm glad that the movie actually, how can I say, it notices that it's mostly the dog's fault instead of the Will Arnett character. But yeah, they practice, they groom, and they go with the competition with the show dogs and all this stuff. But you know what? There's a scene that, oh god, I have to talk about it because it was one of the biggest coincidence I have seen in a movie like that. And it's a coincidence of bullshit. Alright. The thing is that Max, he goes into the first category on his competition, which apparently it is based on groups. So he's on the Rottweiler group competition. And apparently he just see that all the Rottweilers, they look alike. And he's like, hey, those 4 Rottweilers, they kind of look alike. Oh, not you! Every Rottweiler looks the same! But here's the thing. All the 5 dogs, which includes Max, they are in line during the competition. And apparently then Max is like, hey, you guys look alike, so you guys are related? No, not me. So where do you guys come from? I'm from Dakota. I'm from Dakota. I come from Chicago, or yeah, they say that they're different or something like that. And yeah, they have this typical the typical talk that apparently is the typical, how can I say, they try too hard of talking like hipsters or something like that. But anyway, Max is like, oh, so where you were born? So where you guys born? We were born in this place. Oh, you too? Yeah, me too. Me too. Me too. Oh, don't tell me. You guys are they were born in the same place. Yeah. So that means that we are brothers from the same mother. Oh, your mother's over there. My sons are here. Come here, everybody. And of course they cause a little. The dogs, they release from their leash to get reunited with their mothers, and because of that, they get disqualified and Max wins. That was the biggest coincidence I ever seen. So much that, yeah, they win the competition, and the woman tells Will Arnett saying, "Hey, that was great." And my mind is like, I know, right? That was a great coincidence. How the hell happened? Is that the really fate? The fate was pull a miracle on that of reuniting 4 dogs from the same mother. Be reunited in the same place, and on top of it all, the mother was there too. So much of make a movie, but with humans about that. Okay, let's continue on. Let's continue on. Oh. They go to this party. They go in this party. They still have this masked guy. He finds the suspects. They also meet this Latino guy who he's also interested in the show dogs. This guy is played by this guy named Omar Chaparro, in which I thought he was George Lopez, but he wasn't. But he kind of acted like George Lopez. But the thing is that this scene was only there for shenanigans. With the dog, with Max trying to woo his dog friend. He takes the dip, all of it. And he also had this shenanigans thing in which the baby panda escapes and roams around everywhere. Yeah, fake baby feet CGI panda. And, well, Max tries to go undercover because he finds the suspicious guy. And then we have probably what I consider the most offensive of all the jokes. Probably. Tell me if this is offensive or not. The thing is that Max goes into a door and he tries to eavesdrop what the others are, what the supposed villains are talking. And when they open the door, they find Max. And he's like, okay, play along. And then he makes this horrible CGI face and like, and he drags his butt, and he like, and then one of the guys is like, oh, inbred. Tell me if that's offensive or not. I want to see your comment about it. Does that sound offensive? Inbred. Oh, inbred. But not only this scenario also gives pace to shenanigans, it also opens the door to one of the creepiest things ever. Because they find out that there is this guy who apparently is a fan of show dogs, and he's kind of like a pure breeder or something like that. At first we thought that he was going to be some kind of criminal or something like that because he takes pictures with the dogs. But no. It is this guy who kind of looked like David Cross, who he's like, oh, I just take photographs because I like to take the picture of dogs, and the best one who breathes with my gay dog. And yeah, there is this dog who acts very effeminate and all this stuff. He's very, I mean, I'm not gonna question because there is homosexuality in animals, but I'm actually more concerned of the photographer guy, because with him taking pictures and the way he acts, I do get the feeling that dogs are not the only thing he takes picture of. Yeah, that was kind of creepy in my opinion. But yeah, shenanigans happen, and it leads to nowhere because the baby panda is captured again. So I was thinking during this small break that I gave myself while editing this, how can I say, while stopping to rest on this video. I was thinking that why this operation of capturing these animals is such a big deal. So here's the thing: the baby panda is apparently a victim of this ring of illegal auctions where they capture these endangered species animals, and they sell them because they apparently cost millions of bucks here and there. And apparently there's also this plan that involves that they're gonna capture the winning prize dogs because the winning prize dogs they're gonna be worth millions of dollars, and they're gonna use them for breeding or something like that. Or that's something that I kind of understand why this stupid movie they make us think that this is gonna be something to be concerned of, and which in a way it is. Although don't get me wrong, the capture of a baby panda is a million times illegal because. First of all, as you can see, a panda is technically endangered species. Although I still kind of wonder why it does connect to a dog show. It didn't need it to be like that or something like that. Okay, this is kind of like a small rant. I must continue to bullshitting this movie. So after the dog show, apparently the Max and the dog girl. I remember the name. The dog girl name is called Daisy. I think I can find it here. What's her name? Oh, she's played by this actress named Jordan Sparks. So anyway, this Daisy and Max they kind of they decide to go on a date, in which apparently it wanted to play out that it is kind of like a fish out of water thing. By saying that Daisy never heard about the lifestyle of a street dog. You didn't buy me that. You didn't won me over in the emotion because the movie is full of talk. Go fast. Shenanigans. And here's some pop music. Here's some pop music. Oh, I think there's a pop retro song that I think that is one of the worst that Bennett Sage hated. It's the one with the something like that. I don't remember the name of the song. Big Boys Do Cry or something like that. I don't remember. So. The thing is that they go on that date, which apparently is into zip lining. I don't know how the hell did they manage to get a human being to put them in a zip line. They go to a Japanese hibachi where they steal the shrimps and all this stuff. And yeah, they go to up New York up in the rooftop to see that's Las Vegas and all that stuff. And the date is ruined because those 3 goddamn pigeons they return and they babble mouth saying that he's an undercover cop. And apparently this makes Daisy mad. I don't know why, but at least then at least you know what? She gets later legitimately bad because Max just say, oh, this is a stupid show dog, and show dogs are stupid. But I'm a show dog! Oh, I don't mean you, or you'll offend me or something like that. Thank you, because he's an asshole. This dog, during the whole movie, was a total asshole. To everybody. To everybody, because he's a total machista. So, yeah, we got these those fan pigeons that they are fanatic of the guy, but again, these guys doesn't shut the fuck up. I don't care. You know what? If the movie doesn't care about swear words, why should I? Especially since it deserves it. Then we got the competition, which is kind of like an obstacle course, and yet Max shows off, and apparently it's a bad thing, because even though he goes into the first place, the Philippe gets like, we work our asses to keep our dignity here and there. Okay, I understand, but isn't what supposed to be a competition? A competition is that there's a winner and a loser or something like that. Although to his credit, Max was being let kind of like a sore winner. What else happened? Because at this moment, I kind of begin to space out. Oh yeah, It is revealed later that the Omar Chaparro guy he also owns this dog, who is this shaggy dog that looks like he looks like a mop. I think he's a woolly shepherd or something like that, but the CGI is so bad that he looks like a moving mop. And to make things worse, he's played by a terrible actor. Well, actor. He's played by Shaquille O'Neal. And my god. Sorry, Shaquille. Stick to basketball. So they find out that he is also responsible for all this illegal auction of illegal animals, and he's just planning to capture the winning dog. Oh yeah, did I mention that the stolen goods, the panda, they never address it as they stole the panda. They address it as they kidnapped the panda. I'll leave you guys on what if this is proper use. So anyway, the Max dog attacks the Omar Chaparro guy, and I say attack because every time a dog attacks, there are no bloody marks or mauls or something like that. They mention rabies, but the bites are not enough to let you bleeding. And trust me, guys, when a dog bites, it hurts. I was never bitten by a dog, but I sure was witness of a dog attack. And trust me, a dog bite, it's well, an anger dog bite. It doesn't feel nice. Okay, so apparently they captured the Max dog is captured by apparently the pest control, something like that, the animal control, and apparently and because the dog managed to give out some clues to Will Arnett, he finally put the pieces together. He released Max, and apparently the movie wanted to play out that they began to have some empathy between each other, because honestly the movie didn't even deserve it. There was no emotional moment or arc between any of the characters to make a character development. It's just a random things that happen, and the emotions, they just comes out when it's convenient. And for someone who makes movies responsibly, someone should not fall into these kind of traps, because this, in consequence, this leaves out that this is just pure lazy writing. And at that moment, then we got this typical training montage, in which, because the characters apparently they say that they must win the contest, they must win the dog show, so that Max cool get himself captured, and he's gonna have installed into himself a tracking device so they can find the culprit. And yeah, we got this montage in which they feed the dog apparently vegetables and a fish, and liquefied it, kind of like, like this typical nutritious drink. I got news for you. Dogs shouldn't eat vegetables. They are carnivores by nature. I heard that vegetables makes them sick. Not as sick as, how can I say, chocolate or something like that. Those are poisonous for them. But vegetable makes them sick. Don't give vegetables to dogs. Okay. I want to confirm something. I want to confirm this. A few seconds ago, I asked my brother. My brother is a veterinarian. He's a vet. And I asked him if it's okay for dogs to eat vegetables. He told me that they can. but they should not a little bit because they're what was it called? They're carnivorous by blood, of course, and it's okay to give them some vegetables, but not onions, just in case. Onions are toxic for them. So my bad on that part. Okay, I'll give it that. My bad on that part. But stock still needs at least some meat on their system. So anyway, continuing on with this wretched movie, we got the competition, and apparently the Philippe dog apparently decides to make peace with his previous owner. He wanted to make peace, and apparently it's weird that we get the scene in which Philippe kind of talks to him, and the guy is fixated to the guy. Almost like he's paying attention to him. And he's like, you're alright, dog. I forgive you. Did the guy understood him? Please tell me. So anyway, the competition is on, and lo and behold, Daisy wins. The girlfriend dog wins, and lo and behold, that kind of ruins the plan because the Max guy was the one who's supposed to win because he has the tracker color. So yeah, she gets okay in their terms kidnapped. Her owner is knocked down, and the dog is kidnapped. And then we got the chain scene, which is annoying because these freaking pigeons are the ones taking the lead. They're the ones who carry this this big collar who it should be very heavy for them. And they put the tracking device on the car. So Will Arnett, the Max dog, and the owner, who gave us all, they decided to give chase to the criminal. Of course, the March of Power guy. So they get into this warehouse, and not only there is Daisy in a cage, and also the baby panda in a cage. Again, acting kind of cute for the sake of the audience. We also have the worst CGI tiger you could ever see in a film. At this moment, if I wasn't worried about money, I would walk out. Because, my God, that tiger is awful. He looks totally fake. You can't blend the cinematics. Go animate it. Do it in animation. Oh yeah, and apparently the baby panda freeze it by moving the lock, and the tiger escapes. And the tiger apparently acts like Shere Khan with honor and everything. Even he kind of talks like Idris Elba for some reason. Oh, I forgot to mention one thing, that this movie had made the fault that in 3 times they have a problem with locks apparently, because in the beginning of the movie, apparently one of the criminals got into the other side of a fence that is locked down with a lock and a chain, and apparently the Max dog apparently knows how to open this lock, and he only opens the lock and manages to open the gate, and it ignores the chain. And then, remember that the baby panda escaped from in the middle of the movie? Jeez! They, for something that needs security, they are awful with their locks. And now they released this CGI tiger, which apparently the CGI tiger, like I said, is so honorable that he makes this fat henchman faint, and the tiger's like, oh, that was you know what, that was too easy. That was too easy. And yeah, the good guys come. The fight happens with terrible choreography. No blood also, because when you get punched in the mouth, you honestly get blood. We got dogs. Apparently who knows how to control an airplane. And the movie ends with, yeah, they save the panda, they save Daisy, they save everyone, but that guy escapes with the Shaquille O'Neal dog again. Because these two are owners, something like that. And in the middle of the flight, they didn't realize that the tiger was there. The tiger was in the plane, and apparently they crash landed, and because they wanted to make it cat-friendly, we get to see the news that, oh, the baby panda is safe, and we captured the mastermind criminal who, he is on a mugshot of him with scratches and everything. Dude, if someone was stuck on the plane with a tiger on the loose, that will be the last you'll see of this guy. So, yeah, apparently Will Arnett and the woman get married because they have now the dogs and all this stuff. And this pigeon begins to self-praise themselves again. These annoying pigeons. Oh yeah, they're terrible CGI just in case. Oh, and guess what? They ask, hey, did anyone know where the tiger is? We get a scene of the tiger ziplining in Las Vegas, and he just says, whoa, now that's the life of Pi! Don't you ever compare yourself with the life of Pi. Because the tiger in the life of Pi looks better than you. And yeah, the movie ends with apparently Max and the Will Arnett character going to solve apparently a mystery of a woman who says that they're first in the jacuzzi. And we see that Philippe guy, the pug dog, that annoying pug dog, and the gay dog on the jacuzzi, on the hot tub. And for some reason Max says, here we go again. And thank God the movie ended. The movie was gonna have bloopers. But I was like, fuck that! No! I'm out! I'm out! I was a miracle! It was a miracle, but I felt so dumb watching this film. So, I apologize if this went long and I was too spoilerish, but I had to do it again. I had to do it. Someone should see this and warn that you should not give your money for this. Someone should punish this guy. This guy keeps on making movies that are criminal, dumb for the mind. This guy has no business being talented, and not even for the good bad movie, because that's what this guy isn't doing. You know what? If people are against drugs, people should also be against movies that feel like drugs. I felt like that. This is just a cocaine of a movie. And since I was educated enough to steer clear from drugs, I felt that this was very hazardous. This is a total hazard of the movie, and not in a good way. I would rather watch many of the Uwe Boll films, I'll say, because at least Uwe Boll had, as incompetent as he is, you can tell that he tried at least. He didn't try his best. He was also a criminal on some of those movies. But not this guy. Especially of a guy who he technically targets the most common denominator of all these kind of movies, which is, fortunately, children. Children will grow dumb watching this movie. And I can't say that I am also victim of it. But it is time for us to teach children to be a little bit more critical on their entertainment. They should be a little bit more judgmental on how to be entertained. Because entertainment should also be taken with responsibilities. Because, how can I say, it's kind of like drugs also. Drugs can be entertaining, but at the same time, they can be very hazardous. That's the way I can compare with this movie. So, I did this to myself because I felt like I had to do it. I came out really, really hurt on watching the show, dogs. This is easily the worst that I have seen this year. And pray that there could be something worse than show dogs. Because at this moment, there isn't something so horrible than this pile of vomit. You know what? I really felt like I really felt like I was grabbed in the testicles, like what happened in the movie. That's all I have to say. My throat is getting tired of all this gelling. Don't watch this movie. Don't give it your money. Please open a petition to stop this Raja guy from making movies. Please, stop this guy.